Hello and welcome to the Learn. Oh, you're right. The Learn Dota 2 League, Season 13, Week
Yes.
5. What was that?
Should be a great game. We're in the basement.
Huh? Oh, yeah. DotFE with
10 seconds remaining.
very interesting lineup this week.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Missing.
Top always has a very interesting lineup.
Yeah, so for those of you who were not aware, DotFE's Pause 3 just randomly quit right before this game happened.
Yes.
So, Crystal Miku there, you see, will be replacing Yan Yan or whatever.
Oh, full time.
Full time, yeah.
Okay.
He is
I
on the
didn't
team.
know that.
5 seconds
Roxy
remaining.
Roro, of course, is here to replace Alexa Jackson. That's a temporary appointment. We got
So
no X gun.
no, it's 3 of these people were not on this team when the season started. Very nice.
Yeah, the only originals who remain are Spaz and Howler. And when Alexa gets back, he'll be one of the originals as well. So, I mean, you never know. Alexa may just also quit. Wouldn't that be funny?
Dire team pick.
Yeah, that's true. It could. I think that would
Hope he doesn't.
have to be like a disband at that point. I don't
First
know.
pick, Disruptor.
That's
Not a big
Blue Jay
surprise, I
classic,
think,
feel like.
I think Disruptor is pretty much always good.
Carp likes it too,
Radiant team
but I don't know if Carp is playing support necessarily. Ogre CK, okay.
You know what other person to say classic for is not a 12-year-old
10
boy if
seconds remaining.
they happen to be support this time.
Sure.
5 seconds.
I think
Bonus.
most support players play Disruptor.
Probably, yeah. There's not a bad guy to ever know. And like I said, name a bad Disruptor game. There really isn't one, right? It's not easy for him to be relevant after BKBs comes out, but he can do it eventually. He does kind of come back on. He's got a nice glimpse. He's got the arena. He's got the ult Static Storm, which is always fun.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, Necro.
Gonna be really annoying for Chaos Knight to deal with.
Yes, it is. This is not a good matchup for CK.
I will say I
10
feel like
seconds
picking up a
remaining.
Necro this early is a bit of a risk. Though at the very least they do get a bunch of bans, so they can get rid of some of the guys you don't want to see as Necro. Pop quiz, Randy. Who do you not want to see as Necro?
Anti-mage.
There's actually a
10
yeah, I was gonna say
seconds
there's a
remaining.
big one that has actually a notable hero in one of these guys' pool.
Radiant team
Howler
ban.
AA could really scramble Necro, just give him a horrible game.
Dire team ban. Radiant team
Well, not
ban.
anymore.
DotFE does not
10
want to be
seconds remaining.
dealing with some of these pause ones. Interestingly,
5
also knocked
seconds
out the
remaining.
Death Prophet, even though Death Prophet is yesterday's news now.
Dire
That's
team
true.
ban.
Nobody's picking it anymore. Very sad.
No Windrunner. It's very interesting. Who on
10
DotFE is a big
seconds remaining.
Windrunner player?
I don't
5
know.
seconds remaining.
Maybe it's in the Crystal Miku pool. That or they just hate Windrunner. I mean, I hate Windrunner
I
too.
just don't want to play against it.
Have you ever heard her talk? She's very annoying.
Dire team pick.
I am the Juggernaut. I will not be in this game. likely going to be pause 1 CK, incidentally, for those of you at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Notable Katie hero. So if you're looking at that jug bang going, huh? There you go.
I think I heard about I was talking to Baladec about this game in a call the other day, and he's like, yeah, we switched up the roles for this game. We got Blue Jay playing safe lane, so it should be interesting.
Definitely will be.
They put Danny mid and
They
selected Blue Jay to replace him.
and they put not a 12-year-old boy on support, which is very sad. Knocked out the
Yeah.
great experiment.
Baladec off lane, yeah.
It's gonna make me cry.
So that's it's a nice role switch up for those of you that enjoy such content.
Phoenix, definitely not something that Necro wants to see much of.
Yeah, Necro can't deal with it very well. Neither can Disruptor really.
Disruptor just depends on the scenario. Like there's sometimes that you know,
10 seconds
Disruptor
remaining.
can super just blue ball.
He just can't
Phoenix.
deal with Egg.
Yeah, he can't deal with the egg,
5
and he's not
seconds
great
remaining.
at dealing with the escapes.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, that's just a Phoenix counter though.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
I believe Crystal Miku is
Dire
going to be
team
playing
pick.
3 this game. So. And speaking of Phoenix counters,
It's bad for Phoenix, but it's not as bad as Snap is.
that's true. But do you need something as bad as Snap is when you already have the Snap?
Radiant team ban.
Jar's just kind of general pickup for pause 1 rather than specifically meant to counter anybody.
Right. Can tell you this much. I think EDNH needs a little bit more ability to keep people in place than that Disruptor Arena is going to give you.
Remaining.
Maybe it depends
5
on how
seconds
good the
remaining.
arena is.
I mean, I can tell you this much.
Dire team
Something that would go through BKB would certainly be good for them. The ultimate why god why is going to be like, it's going to be bad enough if you get like the BKB out against this lineup, but it's going to be even worse if you get the BKB out against these lineups.
10
And,
seconds remaining.
Both last picks are mids, incidentally, looks like.
It's going to be bad if you get the
5
last
seconds
the BKB out on these lineups and they just walk away from the gyrocopter when he's spamming out flag. No TA, by the way. Necro really stands out on that EDNH lineup, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't really if they have more lockdown than this, but if this is all the lockdown they get, Man-Eater's kind of is like, not really on the same page as the rest of them, is he? It's kind of a lesser version of like the, you know, the big team fighter they got going on. DotFE taking a long time to think about who they're banning out here.
Yeah, they are.
Radiant team ban.
No OD.
OD,
Definitely
alright.
definitely expecting Baladec to still be mid if they're going to do that.
Yeah, but, you know. I have privileged knowledge that he's not.
Or they could be assuming, you know,
10
they
seconds
could be
remaining.
assuming that Necro is the 2 and they're banning out the Rays. Also a
Yeah.
possibility.
5
actually.
seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
No Viper. Viper is banned. No Viper on
Right.
these premises.
Those last 3 heroes in particular are heroes that Puck doesn't match up well against.
10 seconds remaining.
And I know US Danny likes himself some Puck.
5 Radiant team pick.
No Storm Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure what would round out the Spaz lineup though.
Yeah, it almost actually feels like the Spaz lineup's almost a complete package with these four. You got the Tidehunter who can support the Phoenix, make sure the Phoenix, well, at least ideally, make sure that the Phoenix is able to actually get the egg off. You got the Ogre Magi who's able to put that buff on CK and make him go absolutely crazy, eating the crap out of you. I think the biggest thing
More
they
damage,
need
I
is
guess.
I think the biggest thing they need actually is consistent magic damage. Because they got stuns, and they do have magic damage in, like, major bursts. They don't really have, like, day-to-day magic damage in any capacity.
Oh, tons of mids for that problem.
Right.
Dire team pick.
Puck!
Nice.
Famously, the game US Danny was playing when he got Effie laughed by London about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, that's true.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
3, 2, 1. Just kidding. It's just a base time.
Oh, is this the game where Heller wins?
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Ah, nice.
16, 15, 14, where it's privileged information as well.
Yeah,
11,
it is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
And Howler will now be playing Zeus. You know what? That's like exactly what they needed, basically.
Yeah,
Funny
it
how
is.
things work.
It's a shame you didn't rent him like a Meepo or something.
That would be funny. How is it that we've had two randoms in LD2L, like two accidental randoms, and both times it's been unintentionally something that's like actually good for the role? Like last
Yeah,
season,
no like gyro at TI random.
last season we saw, what the hell is that being said? Last season we saw Sven get randomed as a last pick, and this when they needed a 1, and this time we saw Zeus as a 2. Yeah, I
there
think
you
that's
go.
fine. I think these are definitely two solid matchups. I think EDNH has more of a theme, but they also have like a much more difficult execution, I think. They got a lot riding on Tidehunter being disabled. Like, if things start and Tidehunter is not silenced immediately, basically, it's really hard to see how they win a fight, basically. But if he is, if they can knock him out and coordinate the puck and disruptor fairly decently, then should be some very good. Was that like somebody? The sound of somebody opening like a bag of chips? What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Wasn't like a sound in the game. Very strange. Hillary Clinton watching over her team. I really like the juxtaposition of the banner in the last shot. Oh, that's always good to see if you're going into a tournament match. The previous match, Katie did well on CK and just lost. Sad.
Very sad.
So if you're going into this, you're looking at that, you're like, oh, hell yeah. The hell is this, Danny? Why do you have a statue that says bow down to your queen?
It's Crystal Maiden, I think.
You thirsty or something?
Why, thank you.
A Baladec statue? I don't think we've ever looked at the Baladec statue.
Gotcha!
It's,
It's a Windrunner.
yeah, I was gonna say a ranger of some respect, either the drow or wind variety. Finally, we got just the tip, created by Warcarp. Roar!
Now we know who that is.
Yeah, that one's
I'm
pretty
ecstatic
easy to
too.
figure out. We got some. Oh yeah, Zeb's weird statue. It's "Take me" as like a hero that doesn't say that. That's oh wait, no, there's two. Spaz will run
30
you
seconds
down.
to battle.
Witch Doctor.
Yeah. The classic Spaz Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good hero running people down, so good choice.
I mean, depends on the game. Sometimes it's gonna do you absolutely no good. Look at all these banners, dude. What the hell is going on here? See if you can get a closer look through Street View. Goddamn tree. We got Ekans. Who is in the Ekans clan? There's like, is that Tifa porn? Leading the Italian parliament? And good luck ever figuring out what the other one is.
Dude, you're actually so good.
Alright, now for everyone's favorite part of the cast. By the way, Rune's 2 for 2. I think. Were they 2 for 2? Yeah. So, everyone's favorite part of the cast. We got the rundown here. Alright, so, on EDNH, playing Pause 1, you got Blue Jay on the gyrocopter. Probably one of the most dramatic moves in the entire league, going from Pause 5 to Pause 1.
Sure. Moved across the entire chart.
Yeah. Pause 2, you got US Danny, looking for a high 5. The most reformed mid lane perhaps we've ever seen, as US Danny takes on Howler. Yeah. The most reformed lane we've ever seen is US Danny takes on Howler. Just the two nicest guys in the world.
I like
Pause
US
3.
Danny.
Pause 3, yeah, I like Danny. I just always give him shit for being toxic though.
Nice.
Pause 3, Baladec, captain of the team on the Necro. Pause 4, you got Warcarp on the Snapfire. And Pause 5, you got not a 12-year-old boy who has been booted off the core role and is now playing Disruptor. If only I got to get involved here. On DotFE, Pause 1, you got Katie, who neither has a clan tag nor is sponsored by anything. Pause 2,
She's in Kai's guild now, so that'll change next week.
Pause 2, well, I don't think the guild gives you like a clan tag, so.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
Pause 2, you got Howler, currently on the parentheses reform, currently on the Zeus. Pause 3, you got Crystal Miku, also known as Crystal Mike, on the Tidehunter here. Pause 4, captain of the team, against his own will, Ogre Magi. We got the funny combat music going on here. Pause 5, appropriately enough, Roxy Roro. Warcarp did the jump out. There's nowhere to really go here. Except just go and be a split kill.
That's a suicide, the tower there.
First Blood is now off the map.
Denied!
That's true. There will be no first blood in this game.
You know, there's some games where the ideal way to build Tidehunter is to go all in on Anchor Smash. I cannot imagine he's gonna get like anything done with Anchor Smash in this particular lane. Like he's never gonna be hitting Gyro with that, right? Like ever. Unless Gyro really steps out of place.
Right.
It's gonna be definitely good news for Blue Jay here.
I don't think the armor reduction is particularly useful either.
Well, the armor reduction isn't necessarily useful here, but the ability to slow probably is.
Get a value point.
You definitely, I think it'd be like, you know, like all in on Kraken Shells, what I would do in this lane for sure. It's what you're gonna need. Roxy Roro gonna get shot up here. Looks like so far this is
Hey, Prime.
largely Radiant's game. Oh, funny combat music again. What's going on? Oh, rip Baladec. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
This was largely Radiant's game as far as like the farm was concerned, but
Oh, he's so slow. The attack speed slow. Alright. Value fire spirits.
yep.
Okay, that's a high for sure.
Fire Spirit's definitely a very good skill in the old lane phase for a situation like that. It can save your life. There's one good.
Somebody else's as it did there.
There is one bit of well, it saved Phoenix's life as well. There is one bit of good news for Tidehunter. Going for the mana boots instead of the Soul Ring is definitely the right thing to do here. This is a hardcore hit Soul Ring and die instantly type lane. Surprised Danny didn't just jump in there and steal that camp.
That would be funny, but
Not what he chose to do today.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, a very even matchup here at mid. You know, the last hit difference is 1. There's more of a deny difference. But it is definitely
yeah,
interesting. It is very interesting that Howler has managed to keep on pace for last hits even though he's taken a spill. Oh. We missed some poppycock happening up top.
Dude, you're actually
This lane up here is not having a good day. If there's one hero that Necro does not really want to lane against particularly, Phoenix is definitely on that list. Just takes as much of a toll on Necro as the other way around, and it's just one more reason you can't level Ghost Shroud in lane, and that really sucks. You super want to level Ghost Shroud in lane against CK, right? You don't want him to beat the crap out of you, but you can't do that, or else Phoenix is gonna melt you. He did,
especially
level
having
it,
like a
can't really
super
use it.
dangerous player on the Phoenix too.
Right. Now let's not pretend that, you know, the Chaos Knight is chopped cheese either. Ain't no chopped liver on that CK. He's definitely a CK specialist. So far, the Dire offlane has really not been going well for them. Not really been able to deny at all, not really been able to get any last hits. Again, the Anchor Smash build is definitely not working out in this lane, as the prediction foretold. Oh,
Okay.
that's interesting.
Okay.
So low, Spaz, what are you doing,
got
bro? He just watched it happen. What the hell was that? The very least, if he walked forward there, I might have scared Puck off. I might have scared him into backing, even if he didn't have any mana. Ouch.
Eventually.
Big time ouch. Bad news for Howler, parentheses reformed. I think he was trying to... I think he was trying to go for the Thunder Gods. I think he was trying to use that for the kill. He just ran out of mana at the most inconvenient time.
Didn't calculate the mana, yeah. Unfortunate.
That's gonna get just
caught
caught
in
and
no man's
shot.
land here, yeah.
I don't necessarily
Danny
think...
shows up as the cure.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think Danny showing up here was the play du jour. I think probably just sticking mid was fine for that, or showing up at top, where it's a much more lucrative kill there on the Phoenix than on the Ogre Magi. Much more lucrative and much less secure. That could definitely be secured by sub mid. Ping. Who's stacking up null tallies. Not too surprising.
Storm circled.
Yep.
Null Talisman's likely to get nerfed again in the upcoming patch.
Can't wait.
Because it's like ridiculous, like every in base mid just buys 4 nulls every game.
Right.
Okay, we have a coil. Just to take out
Solo
Spaz
coil
there.
on Spaz again. Hard to say exactly how worth it that is.
Fine. It's not like a black hole cooldown or something.
Yeah, it's still over a minute. You're not going to be able to get potentially more lucrative kill there. I guess it just kind of comes down to, was the kill happening? Like, was it potentially possible? Oh, this ain't good for Roxy. That's the hell out of there. And chased down, though.
Yes,
Ooh, US
super
Danny gonna get
aggro from
clocked.
Carp.
But once again, the Fire Spirit's coming out and just turned this kill to
Yeah.
nothing. He's trying so hard. Trying
sure.
so hard!
I'm not sure what the plan was there.
Also, Puck randomly died. Bet he wish that he had that coil now, huh? And Katie with a BM tip.
Yeah. It's a nice new skill build right there. Wow, is that what you do?
Let's see, what's he got going?
Is that new E
Yeah,
broken?
the nobody does the lining anymore. Huh?
Okay. I was
Oh,
not
Rogue
aware of
Phoenix.
this. You got set.
Did he? Goddamn! Can you guys calm down for a minute? Let's take a look at the replay here.
Radiant's
Just
middle tower is
figure
under
out.
attack.
Yeah, this is just Necro just kind of hit 6 at an awkward time. Phoenix was not ready to do anything about it.
Does.
Fire
Uses
Spirit's probably
Phoenix.
not the play. Just culled some of the HP there at a bad time. Meanwhile, at the
Radiant's
Still
less
bottom
argument
support.
bot,
is under attack.
yep, they just eat the support for free basically.
That kind of will happen sometimes. Like when
Yeah.
the pause one decides it's time to jungle, and the
Radiant's
support
middle
just
tower is under attack.
doesn't necessarily want to seed the lane, but then, you know, gets dove. And has
I
no
like-
choice.
I like Gyrocopter sitting here at like half health with a full wand.
You know, gonna pop it,
Only for saves, bro. What can I tell you?
yeah,
It's
only
only
for
for saves.
saves.
That's a passive, actually. He's just getting it so he can get the,
You agree that, like, generally you
Okay.
should only use it for saves? Because, like, if you use it now and then, like, 40 seconds from now you're about to get killed, what
If
can
you use
do?
it now, 40 seconds from now, you're gonna have 20 magic wand charges again because this is a Tide Hunter and Ogre Magi. line.
Sure.
Is the answer to that? You're never gonna be really
Still.
worrying that much about
That's
charges.
just gonna run down here.
Yep.
Oop. He's dead.
You were already dead from the neck up. Now from
I think,
the
I think
is here.
Black might have been able to actually, get both of them there if it was well timed. Speaking of Flack, coming out now. Good glimpse.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Roxy's actually gonna die because of that glimpse.
Yeah, bad news for Roxy, and pretty equally bad news for Zeus. No, Zeus is gonna be A-okay.
Yeah. They don't have the
Especially with Tide
resources.
coming in. Tide does not have Ravage. I assume Tide used first Ravage for Disrupt earlier. 'Cause I didn't really see the mechanics of that happening. Baladec going to be pushing in this T1 here. I think Necro is kind of underrated as a hero with the ability to get some pushing done sometimes in the LD2L. You know, a lot of people see Necro and they're like, oh, the funny ghost man who just, you know, spits out healing or damage or whatever, but really, goodbye Zeus. Reality of the situation is like, you can keep a wave very sustained for a very long time, and not have to worry so much about doing damage to the tower and stuff personally, especially when the siege waves come up. Like, he is probably one of the best heroes in the game at like riding a siege wave, basically. CK gonna show up mid here. Get
Yep.
with the armlet up. Let's take a
some
look at the
farm.
net worth chart. Interestingly enough, even though CK doesn't look like he's doing that great on the... Oh, alright. Spaz is going to get very casually ulted out there by a lot of folk.
Okay.
This will make you with a Ravage there. Going to turn around, but... Not really get anything further done besides death.
Danny's here.
Yep, Danny here. Leash comes out once again, and
And yeah.
Leash is all you need. There is one downside to Zeus in that matchup. You know, there is one reason that Malor will be shaking his fist. Zeus is pretty much going to die every time he gets coiled. You have to really watch your positioning. And in the era where you're not scaling Lightning Bolt till last, you're going to be in the position to get hit by that a lot more.
A prize.
A prize. Sure, found a Possessed Mask.
Always nice.
Zeus finished up a Kaya there. Gonna have, it's gonna be quite fearsome for a while when these null talismans roll over.
Baladec just gonna poke.
Oh, he ran out of mana there. Even with the wand charge, he still doesn't have enough.
Yep,
Puck running the
unfortunate.
wrong way. Oh, the
It's
silence.
still gonna stay for this.
Interestingly,
Could be awkward.
Puck didn't realize that the silence was going to stop Phoenix from being able to cancel that.
Oh,
Again, Necro just doesn't have quite enough to scythe, and dies to the tower. Does not get the aggro off of him. Goes down. Very unfortunate for Baladec though. You can't be that mad. He did just get a double kill. So
Yeah, he got a double kill for his mid.
Dire's top tower is
there is
under
one thing in this game that Gyrocopter absolutely, positively
Okay, they're
cannot. Or
just
not Gyrocopter.
dumping the world on Tide's head.
Yep.
Yeah. he's dead.
Nobody figured out where he was going.
Dead. He's not dead. That's awkward.
That's watch the glimpse, kids.
Oh god, the egg.
Well,
The egg.
egg going down.
Yeah.
Scythe coming down off sides to follow.
Did that a flat cannon? What happened there? I don't
No,
know.
Gyro was hitting it,
Yeah,
and
they were hitting it.
yeah.
Danny
Coming off of
is.
it.
Ooh,
Yep, just gonna
an
randomly get
awkward
eaten by
butt.
CK.
yeah. What a strange little fight that was.
Look at CK run. There we go. Yeah, if the glimpse was like properly tracked, there is a 0% chance Tidehunter gets out there alive. There is one bit of bad news for the Radiant, and right now it's mostly good news for old EDNH. But there is one bit of bad news. It's definitely the amount of money that CK has here in this game.
Yeah.
CK sitting here, second from the top of the net worth charts. Katie, turn off your goddamn armlet when you're in the fountain, please. CK standing there, basically tied for top net worth, just a few hundred gold shy of Puck, and that is going to be cut up very quickly. In fact, right now.
Especially if she keeps getting these casual kills.
Right. It's good news. It's good news. Gyro, of course, is going to be able to flash farm. I do think Gyro is going
especially
to...
with the 0-1-4 into stats build.
Yep. I do think Gyro is going to be struggling to deal with the CK for a while. Like, there's going to be a long time where if Gyro and CK meet each other, Gyro is just going to die in this game, I think. There's a while where I think it's going to be, this is going to be very much more interesting. I think there's also a while where it's going to be a lot more sort of open, the outcome. A lot more dependent on what everyone else is doing.
Okay.
It's a good Ravage. Goodbye, Necro. That was probably not the disruptor role you wanted to use. You're going down on the Radiant there, very, very casually.
A fitting bounty.
Really kind of, again, just going to what I said back in the pick phase. It's like, when the cards all line up, I think EDNH is going to win basically every fight. But when they don't, I struggle to see them winning a single one. Like, it's a very execution-heavy team right now. Warcarve just being barely tagged by the lasting guy.
Unfortunate.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'm a little surprised Buck didn't go for that. Especially when you got so many people visible there.
Illusion.
Again,
the important part is that CK is not visible.
Brigand's Blade for CK is going to be a very annoying thing to deal with for a very long
Dire's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
They're putting a lot of stock into defending this
son.
T1 bot, but man, it might be going wrong for them soon.
Oh, that cookie was nasty.
Yeah, that cookie just completely ruined that fight for them. If that cookie didn't land like that, they all die. Unfortunately, that Dream Coil didn't land at all, but yeah, if that cookie does not land like that, then they all die.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Instead, they get 3
Dire's
kills.
structures are
Yeah, it was
fortified.
actually super sick.
3 and Underclop going down for DotFE. And their T1 offlane follows
Dire's
suit.
bottom tower has fallen.
Zeus has finished up his shard.
And always nice.
Necro's finished up SNK.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Essence Ring coming out on the Gyrocopter here. Big scrubble on the map.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
US
attack.
Danny making calls.
Go to the jungle. Run directly into
play
CK
here.
Dire's
immediately.
middle tower is under attack.
CK does not notice you. Katie is not paying any attention and dies instantly for it. Yeah, that was super not what you want to have happen there. That was just straight up not paying attention type gameplay. And there is going to be a route here, but even if Carp also goes down, that's looking more and more unlikely. That's super bad for them. You gotta be paying attention to your surroundings as a pause one. If you are looking at something else on the map, if you're not watching that mini-map, then you are going to die like that every time they gank you.
I'm not sure there was an escape route anyway, but yeah, it's true.
Well, CK spotted Necro here, CK here. Go that way.
I mean, yeah, just run up, but
Fairly confident that's a getaway if that happens. If CK sees him at the first
I had a
opportunity.
disruptor there, so I'm not
They
sure.
did a Disruptor, but I don't think Disruptor was anywhere near cast range for Glimpse. Got Tide on her ult to play with now.
Danny already used all his sharks.
What?
Nothing.
Very nice. Kill secured.
Didn't even get the kill.
Yeah, kill unsecured.
Gets tipped! Gets tipped by his girlfriend! Ah!
I hate to see it.
Oh, no, baby, no!
That Carp is gonna have the whole world fall on his head.
Ah!
Your voice
That is funny.
Why is the whole village here, honestly? if you
CK
think
now
about
back firmly on top net worth wise. Though Gyrocopter is starting to catch up. Gyrocopter has not been seen. There have not been any offensive plays made by DotFE in a very long time. They have not stepped across the river in probably about 10 minutes at this point. About to do it now.
it. Yeah, they're just chilling for BKBs.
I think the last time was when they all got clocked by a cookie down here.
Illusion.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower
like,
is under attack.
EDNH gathering for another attempt out here. Gathering to make
There's
another
smoke.
play. Smoke is once again coming
Radiant's
out.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Suspect Roche, but learn very quickly that that's not happening. They swing south.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Protecting CK here, that's good. Baladec,
They're trying to bait them back, I think.
it's gonna be no bait
Unsure
necessary.
about- Oh,
Unfortunately for them, you just simply cannot bait in a situation like that. Not when they have so much ability to just go forward here. Static Storm coming out, and it's gonna make a mess here, but only for in the short term. Warcarp with like 10 HP left got the ult off before dying.
yeah, it did.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
US Danny is facing the world alone,
Dead.
going
Yeah.
down. On one
So you
hand,
lose your pause one, but you kill everybody.
yeah, killing the
What can
gyro
you
is
do?
definitely good there. Killing the gyro without losing the pause 2 or the 3 is definitely, I think, a win for them. Let's see how the money went. You had to firmly for them. Gyro died so early in that fight, he got basically nothing for it.
Radiant's middle tower.
So
is
that's
under
good.
attack.
I'm sure they probably don't feel that much like that's a win, but it's a win. CK closing in very quickly on BKB. Phoenix has that Spirit Vessel just to make Necro sad. Dynner doing a very interesting build here, just boots straight into Ag Shard. Boots Blink into Ag
Blink
Shard, I
Ags,
should say. Do I like that build in this game? Do I like that build in this game? I think it really just depends on how offensive they're going to be. How often it comes into play against the Corv and how much you can push the waves out using it.
Bounty.
This team is rather weak on push outside of CK, compared to a pretty good pushing team they got on the opposite lineup.
Oh, okay.
You can still see Warcraft, not really sure why, but...
I think Roxy just tracked his movements.
Well, he got the Spirit Vessel cast on him.
Oh, okay,
Couldn't do
so right there's a sentry up on that
Yeah,
up on that cliff.
they're trying really hard to cancel the blink on Puck there. But without a Radiance, that's simply not going to happen. Without a Radiance, or something you could drop on the ground anyway.
Dire's top tower is
I think in that situation, what you want to do a lot of the time is just literally position yourself in such a way where you're preemptively countering the blink. Well, that probably wasn't the play to make for Puck. Warcarp going to be perhaps the next default? No, Warcarp's going to be A-okay. CK gonna ult for this tower here.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Casually take
Radiant's
it.
middle tower
Knock it
has
out.
fallen.
Honestly, with Puck down, I think, okay, they're gonna just go for the T2. Why not? Never mind. I think with Puck down, I think this is a great opportunity to just go do Roche, but, need CK for that, and he just TP'd out. Gonna be looking for Gyrocopter in the jungle. They're finally invading jungle for, like, the very first time. Gyrocopter trying to swiftly escape. And is going to break free. I don't know why the Ravage
We'll
didn't
get
come
that
out. If you're gonna Ravage on one person, Ravage on the Gyro TP and not the Puck who's already dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I think if he dies, it's totally
Radiant's
worth it.
bottom tower is under attack.
Especially if he dies unable to take anybody out, responsive is likely there.
Tower has fallen.
There's Gyro's BKB coming along. Pretty close to it as well. So that was really your last free shot at him as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Spaz Bloodlust to catapult, but not Katie. Poor Katie.
It's good. Bloodlusting catapults, very high IQ play.
Radiant's bottom
True.
tower has fallen.
Higher IQ when your core is bloodlusted, but you know. Dire again thinking they're doing Roche here. Actually just looking for Howler in the
Dire's
jungle.
top tower is under attack.
They're definitely
Everybody
making
is
a
in the
move
jungle.
here.
This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, okay, Danny.
Katie hesitated! Oh, that is bad. Buck is gonna be able
Oh,
to get
another
away with this.
cookie.
Another big cookie.
The Ravage is equally good.
Ravage into the sun. First BKB out on Gyro, doesn't do
God.
anything! He's just dead
Yeah.
instantly! He is able to get the Tide Hunter before he goes down, and that is decent. That's a decent kit, but holy crap, that is bad.
Yeah, everything just kind of fell into place there.
Attack.
This looked like it was like a fairly competitive match for a long time, but just watching Gyro melt like that when he's using the 9 BKB is making me sweat a little bit for EDNH here.
I mean, that's the problem with Gyro. He is not defendable, really.
Right.
Like, if he gets going on, he's probably going to die unless he can out-damage 5 people, and he really can't right now.
Right. I don't think he's ever going to be able to. It's going to be one of his biggest problems this match. Like, I don't think there's a point in this match where,
It's gonna make this a little annoying, but
not actually get the kill. Spaz was closer with the,
I did get the Roche kill,
yeah.
but
Oh, you're right. That's sad. Spaz was
Always
closer
funny.
to that Glimmer Cape. CK probably survives that with over half HP, but it doesn't matter. Just gonna get all of it back on the creeps.
the least flashy Aegis snatch of all time, maybe.
Yeah. Really more interesting in the capacity of being a Roche kill than the snatch to follow.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Something on the Brigand's way. Can you get out of the way, please? Still sitting on the Brigands, but late for Ziggy. They actually don't have any T3 jungle items at this point, which is interesting.
Yeah, they haven't been hitting groups.
They're about to be hitting US Danny if he stays here. Nope, they're going to be hitting Baladec instead.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea for a target. Watch him melt. CK just gonna body block there. He reflects.
Doesn't matter.
I like him reflecting the reality rift.
Yeah, that removes CK's armor.
True.
Very nice. Not that it matters, you're a necro, but you know.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything about that if you wanted to, but you know, we're gonna do it. Necro has not been having the best game to this point. Like his early game was really ballin'. I think that fight at top where he just did not have enough HP, or not HP MP, and he just lost like a million. He just lost like a million sides in a row. It's really affected him poorly in the long term. Just not been doing him any good. Tidehunter going for a Shiva's Guard next, which is interesting.
I mean, he also had to lane into Roxy Phoenix, which is a nasty hero and like a player that obviously knows how to use it.
Right, he was able to turn around from that to a good degree. Like, he was able to make that not such a big deal. The problem is that that was a weirdly timed rabbit. I think it's well timed ultimately. Trying so hard to find the gyro here.
Yeah, they're just kind of pulling back and letting these guys run into a less favorable position.
Yeah. And right now, at least, there's not anything they can really do about it.
This is a super well played fight so far from the Baladec team. But it doesn't matter if Gyro gets caught.
Yep. The Phoenix Sunray during the ult there really has high impact. You can see it just doing so much damage and so much healing as well. You know, it's almost easy to forget that Phoenix has a boatload of healing coming off those sunrays, but
they didn't have the sustain for the strategy they were trying. They were pretty obviously trying to pull the Spaz team back into a worse position and then pick them
make
off
him fight under T3s basically.
But they did ultimately do it, but at that point their Necro was almost dead.
Yeah.
So he couldn't really sustain them anymore.
Nothing else. The XP advantage is getting to the point. Oh, okay, never mind. The XP advantage is at this point where the EDNH lineup is just already basically back up. Like they're able to just play D, just hold EDNH back, or not hold EDNH back, hold Dota back the entire time. I don't know who drew the big curved line that says go top instead, but I think I wholeheartedly agree with whoever that was. I think it was Roxy. Probably Roxy. There's no other pink person in this game. It's a little dangerous for Puck. If CK was just a little bit closer, I think that could have been bad.
I mean, it's that dangerous. CK doesn't have blink.
Doesn't have blink. The thing is, CK was perfectly positioned there where Puck was going to have to... Like, the only way Puck could blink to get really out was this way, and that's not exactly what you want to do.
No.
See, they...
Blink.
No, once again, nobody positioning in advance where the blink's going to be.
Where's the whole village?
Whole village is indeed here.
You know, literally
We're both
all 10
dead.
people.
Yeah.
Smoke ain't coming out.
Radiant's top
It's gonna be just walking right into him. It's not gonna be much of a smoke. Disruptor just immediately going out.
They kind of cloud their movements at least a little bit.
Right.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
CK has so much HP at this point, dude.
Yeah.
If Necro kills CK with a Reaper Scythe in this game, his damage at the end is gonna be so inflated. Like, if like CK has 100 HP and a Reaper Scythe falls on his head, he's gonna take like 10k of damage or something.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Just in that one instance.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You're gonna Rex them with all 5 up.
Radiant's structures are fortified.
Gonna make him think it's happening anyway.
Okay, that's a good rift.
That's a good rift. They can't really sustain anything out of it though.
Well, Roxy's getting targeted first.
Under attack.
Yep, Phoenix going down immediately. Pretty much all the
can see kind
BKBs
of
are out.
The interesting change there of who they decided to target first. Okay.
Rolled lightning. Very well timed rolled lightning. Everybody was out of
Okay,
BKB.
he's stunned, he's dead. Blue Jay will be the
Die.
last to fall.
And that's probably the ball game. Even if they buy back here, I think you can basically call this one good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
BK is very powerful right now.
So it's a very unfortunate situation here.
Radiant's top barracks.
The you're actually not given this one, huh?
Radiant's
You're actually
top
just gonna
barracks
stay up to the bitter end. The unfortunate thing here, I think, you know, Baladec's team, this is like a better draft than their usual lot. They changed up the lineups, like they changed every part of this recipe. They still got pretty clowned down this match, I felt like. Like there was a while where it was competitive, but
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I think the biggest thing here, I think the biggest visible thing, I don't think the Gyro into CK matchup is very good for Gyro. I can understand why you would think it is. It ain't good.
Doesn't feel good. In this game in particular.
Yeah. With the buyback on Gyro, the Dire, after taking out so much of that base, finally after a tree, but they got so much money in their pockets doing so. I feel like, what the hell are you
Rapier and
doing?
quick violet.
No, dude, no, you're winning! Don't do
Let's
this!
go, let's go. It's not like CK is killable anyway, I don't think it matters.
Oh my god,
Like,
I bet it don't
legitimately,
matter, dude.
Has not looked remotely
Okay.
killable. I would buy it. Okay.
Changed your mind, went for Abysmal instead.
Never mind.
Whew.
I would have actually bought it in this game. Like, I'm not even lying to you.
I feel like if
This is
CK buys
not
Rapier,
killable.
first thing that happens is, like, all five are just going to save everything to get the kill. Take the Rapier, stick it on Gyro, and run them the hell out of town. They're still going to lose the fight, but if Gyro gets a Rapier, this game is over immediately for them, basically, I think. I don't know if they have the ability to deal with it.
Radiant are scanning.
I
gonna be a
don't think
lot
they have the
harder
ability to
for
deal with
Organic,
CK Rapier. That's the problem.
You can always catch him out.
Well, you can always catch Gyro out too, but it's not. It's easier said than done.
I think it's a lot easier to catch CK out, just given the lineups of these two teams. Roche is just still not up, taking a sweet time. As Gyro just runs the hell away. They're desperately looking for any kills to. Uh-oh.
Oh, Danny.
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, gets that blink out.
Once again, you know, I hate to keep saying it, but the thing you do in that situation is you go to where the blink is going to be landing. T4 items coming out on Moss. A Spell Prism going into Tidehunter's inventory there. It's going to be very annoying for the enemy team to deal with. I think this is the longest possible Roche timer.
Oh yeah, it is. Unfortunate.
Another minute, we must wait. Dreamcoil just changed to pure magic immunity. Should be definitely interesting. See the impact that has in the next fight. CK looking at a Moonshard to round out the build here. Timeless Relic. Penta-Edge Sword.
Nice.
I think it'd be monstrous on CK. Roche is finally up.
There he is.
I hope everyone just runs away from it for no reason.
Nope.
Nope.
Here we go. Take that Roshan.
The vision ult there from Zeus. Roche feels very slow because they have no physical damage besides CK. Actually, kind of wonder why there's no halberd up on the Necro. That is a bit understandable. Shard is up. Who just got that shard? I don't know. Maybe Spaz? Hard to say.
Yeah, maybe.
We could rewind it if we really cared that much, but... Shard is out! Satanic is up on Gyrocopter. Okay, they've actually given them a lot of
He
time
still
for this
has it.
defense.
Still
yeah,
holding
you're
onto it there.
Wait a minute. Everybody on the team already has Shard!
Yeah, true. Okay, very nice. Hopefully you can sell it like you can sell cheese.
Believe so. Play here, just hit R and just send the ghost in, right? Like,
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just run up yourself. What can they do?
Dire's top tower.
you can just
Drop it
casually,
up, roll on your head. That if she cares.
Disruptor no longer has the capability to care about anything, really. Buyback, but hard to see how much that matters exactly.
Running right at Blue Jay.
He's healing off most of the damage.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
CK about to get stunned? No, Puck actually dodged the...
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
There's the
Puck's
Megas.
down.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
And Megas is here.
The Dire now have
Well, they finally got Puck.
Yeah, they
Puck
did.
is down for about half a century. Think that was a die on Puck? Die back? Yep.
Radiant's middle
Oh no, Puck just doesn't have enough money, sad.
Former Baby Schlork alumni US Danny.
With the,
Keep into tradition here.
yeah, refusing to call GG even in the most hopeless of situations.
It's a nice tradition.
Well, nice for the players, I suppose. CK is going to take this whole ult.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
They are fountain farming.
There they are.
Man, that sucks. You just lose 5 for none
Oh,
in your own.
wait. Radiant, or Dire GG'd first.
Oh crap. Dire Ancient's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Alright. Man, this is bad news for the Baladec team, isn't it?
What can you do?
Even with a big time shakeup, even with a big time matchup here, it just still seemed like they didn't go anywhere. The execution heavy team, there were a few fights where it came into play, but just not enough. The Gyrocopter into the CK matchup just did not do anything good for them. Really, it felt like the only thing going on for EDNH at all was Puck. Like, you know, Gyrocopter never came online. Even when he did come online, he was just so far behind CK that even with all his stuff, he was just still eating it. Snapfire was okay. The biggest thing I think is that you never really saw a Snapfire ult into a big arena or into a big Disruptor arena, I mean. Static field, I think. You never saw a Snapfire ult into a big static field. You never saw a Snapfire ult into Dream Coil, really. A couple of times in the game, but like it always felt like when it did happen, it was just like the Dream Coil on one guy that gets followed up with the Snapfire ult.
Yep.
They didn't really have a sufficient answer to Phoenix. Funnily enough, even though they had two heroes that logically counter Phoenix really well, the problem is Gyrocopter was basically never in a fight this game, and Snapfire was dying every time they tried to get even close. They did a great job on DotFE protecting the egg.
Yep.
Feels like it died maybe like once or twice the whole game. Howler needs to work on his Zeus game if that's going to be one for his arsenal. I think it's not a bad choice. Helps him have more sort of variety in that lane, which he kind of desperately needs, I think. So that's definitely something to consider for future matchups. Very unfortunate for Necro that the last pick was just a random into Zeus. I think I understand why Baladec went with this setup. And you know, there is a degree to which it's like, what are you going to do when they have such a good anti-Necro lineup and you've got Phoenix with the Spirit Vessel? I don't think the SNK did anything for him this game, though. I think he definitely needed to just knock that out and pick up some more defensive focused items. Basically, just be a lean, mean healing machine. Just goes all in on like I probably would have done like Pipe, Greaves, just Holy Locket, of course. I'm always a big Necro Holy Locket advocate. Even if I go down personally. Even if I get Spirit Vesseled and I can't really heal myself, at the very least, the amount of sustain I'm able to put out, and that was something that they never seemed to have enough of. They never seemed to have enough of that sustain, let alone self-sustain. And a lot of the Necro deaths were kind of like 100 to 0, but not all of them. I feel like if he's able to block some of those 100 to 0s and come back from it with the items, rather than trying to go for like an offensive that's never really going to be in your favor, probably goes better for him. Either way, DotFE win one. It's kind of crazy. I did not expect DotFE to pick up more wins this season, but here we are. And
There you go.
boy, I cannot imagine there were very many happy faces in the EDNH Discord server after this particular match. But they might be able to turn
Yeah,
it
probably
around.
not.
Might be able to turn it around next game. Let's see how it goes.